Good morning. These are your Tribune highlights for Monday, March 30th, 2026, brought to you by Your Daily Bahamas Headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. We begin with the Tribune's main story. Two people were murdered in separate incidents over the weekend, continuing concerns about violent crime. One victim, a woman from Fox Hill, was reportedly killed by a man believed to be known to her. The second victim, a father of two, was shot on the doorstep of his family home just 3 days after celebrating his birthday. Relatives say the killing happened in seconds and has left the family traumatized. Police say the two incidents are unrelated, but both have raised alarm about ongoing violence in communities. Investigations are ongoing as families call for justice and residents express growing concern about public safety. Another major story highlights long waits and frustration as voter registration surges across the country. Large numbers of Bahamians are attempting to register or update their voter information following the prorogation of Parliament. Prime Minister Philip Davis has urged citizens to ensure they are registered before the bell rings, warning that once elections are called, those not registered will not be able to vote. Some people reported waiting several hours at registration centers as officials worked to process the increased demand ahead of the anticipated election period. In other news, the government has directed agencies to hire Bahamian influencers to help promote public campaigns and national initiatives. The goal is to use social media personalities to better communicate government messages and reach younger audiences online. A tragic incident in Bimini is also making headlines. A 7-year-old boy died after falling into a well in Alistown. Despite efforts by residents and emergency personnel to rescue him, the child was pronounced dead at a local clinic. The death has shaken the small island community and prompted calls for improved safety around wells and similar hazards. In court news, a woman captured on viral video assaulting a man at a gas station has been fined and ordered to attend anger management classes. The case sparked widespread discussion online after footage of the confrontation circulated on social media. Turning to the front page of the business section, the top story reports that a former Bahamas Air chief financial officer is suing the national airline for $1.11 million. She claims she was dismissed after raising concerns about financial governance within the airline. The lawsuit alleges she exposed deficiencies in internal controls and financial practices before her termination. Another business story features an economist who says a national lottery in the Bahamas could coexist with the country's web shop gaming sector. He argues that a properly regulated lottery could generate funds for public programs while still allowing the web shop industry to operate. A third report says the Bahamas currently has no laws specifically banning goods produced through forced labor. Customs officials say the country is examining policies and working with international partners to determine how such imports could be identified and restricted. Turning now to the editorial pages. The editorial is titled End Election Guessing Game. The Tribune argues that the Bahamas should implement fixed election dates to eliminate speculation about when elections will be called. The paper says the current system creates uncertainty and that reforms would strengthen transparency and public confidence in the electoral process. In the letters to the editor, one letter titled Integra Plans Threaten Local Waters raises environmental concerns about a proposed development at Big Samson Cay. The writer argues the project could damage marine ecosystems and harm fishing and tourism if environmental protections are not carefully enforced. Another letter titled Our Ownership Fantasy Must End argues that simply owning land does not create wealth unless it is used productively. The writer calls for stronger financial systems and entrepreneurship so Bahamians can convert land ownership into real economic opportunity. Those are your Tribune highlights for Monday, March 30th, 2026. For the full stories and additional reports, be sure to purchase a copy of today's Tribune or visit their website to read the complete coverage. Remember, an informed nation is a stronger nation. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.